The go-home week to Money in the Bank kicks off tonight here on Raw. And before her title defense at Money in the Bank against Asuka, WWE Women's Champion Becky Lynch takes on Roxanne Perez in our opening match. Oba Femi will be in action here tonight, and later on in our main event, Sheamus takes on the double champ, the Intercontinental and United States Champion, the badass Bron Breakker. But Becky Lynch, who got out of In Your House, some would say by the skin of her teeth. A lot of people thought Asuka should have walked out the new WWE Women's Champion, but Becky able to survive and advance and pick up the win. And honestly, that result has not set well with either woman. Asuka feeling that she was so close to becoming Women's Champion. Becky also kind of feeling a little bit disrespected that her victory, even though it was a hard-fought one, didn't really speak for itself. If you caught our live Saturday night's main event this past weekend, these two met in tag team action. Becky tagging with an old friend, Lyra Valkyria, in her WWE debut. They took on the team of Asuka and Io Sky, and Asuka and Io Sky victorious in that tag team match. We'll see if that has any effect as they meet again at Money in the Bank. Obviously, it's a singles match, not a tag match, but maybe that little bit of momentum will push Asuka past the finish line this time. Becky drops a double axe handle. Wait a minute. Asuka out here, and she has got the WWE Women's Championship. Becky not going to stand for it. She goes after Asuka and rips her championship away from her. And Roxanne Perez from behind takes advantage of a distracted Becky Lynch. And hey, this is good for Asuka. If Roxanne can do some damage to Becky, and Becky doesn't go into Money in the Bank 100%, that can only benefit the challenger in that situation. Becky sending Roxanne back into the ring. But again, nobody's ever 100%, but if you can kind of soften up the champion a little bit, you got to think that does benefit Asuka as Becky with a leg drop down on Roxanne, and Roxanne down to the floor. Becky going up top again to the other turnbuckle, drops a big elbow down onto the floor. And now Becky applying the disarm her, can't win it on the outside, but Roxanne, look, clearly tapping, but nothing that the referee can do there. While that submission can't win Becky the match on the outside, it does soften up her opponent a little bit more. Now gets Roxanne up. Gonna send her back into the ring. Reversal. Roxanne sends Becky in. Becky back to her feet, blocks the punch. Manhandle slam, hooks the leg. And Becky Lynch, in spite of the distraction we had here from Asuka, who came out in the middle of this match, and Asuka now back out here. These two women go to war in just a few days, and Becky, she looks like she doesn't want to wait for Money in the Bank, but Asuka knows there is nothing gained by fighting here tonight. Up next, already in the ring, Shawn Spears and his opponent, a man that, when we look back on this year's draft, if we go 6 months into the future, 12 months into the future, and we look back and evaluate the draft picks for both brands, this man, Oba Femi, just might end up being the sleeper pick in this year's draft, going to the WWE in round 18. And look, Oba Femi, not a stranger to the WWE. He spent year 2 of our universe right here and had a brief run as WWE United States Champion. Got drafted over to WCW last year. Didn't really do anything of note in that time. But he's a guy with a huge upside and someone that I'm sure Triple H is very happy to have back here in the WWE. Femi with the press of Spears and drops him down on his knees. And Oba trying to end this one here, proving he does not get paid by the minute. And Oba Femi with a very impressive victory, a very impressive re-debut and a reintroduction to the WWE. Up next, Zoey Stark making her way to the ring. She will be taking on a woman who made her WWE debut this past weekend at Saturday night's main event, Lyra Valkyria. Lyra coming over from WCW. And Lyra was somebody who had some battles over in WCW against Raquel Rodriguez. Came so close on a number of occasions to capturing the WCW Women's Championship. Just could not get over the hump. She is hoping that maybe a change of scenery, being here in the WWE, that her championship fortunes will change. If you missed Saturday night's main event, you missed a great night. We had our first live event of 2K26. We have got a new champion, Ludwig Kaiser, the new WWE European Champion. He defeated Carmelo Hayes. You got to think Booker T not happy about that. We'll see if Booker tries to provide his services for Kaiser. He went from Trick Williams, who was European Champion, then switched his allegiance over to the next European Champion, Carmelo Hayes. We'll see if Book tries to align himself with Ludwig Kaiser. Zoey Stark moves out of the way. And now Zoey in the driver's seat here. Gets Lyra up and sends her across the ringside floor. Like we said, Lyra on the losing end in a tag team match with WWE Women's Champion Becky Lynch at Saturday night's main event, as they were defeated by Asuka and Io Sky. Zoey now trying to get Lyra back into the ring, but not doing anything to bring her into the ring herself. Zoey, I'm sure, would be more than happy to take a count-out victory here. Lyra back to her feet, gets in just in the nick of time. Gets Zoey up. Nightwing grabs both legs. And Lyra Valkyria victorious. She almost got counted out, got back in right as the referee was about to count 10, and then puts this one away. Congratulations to Lyra Valkyria. And we are here at our main event. Out first, the Celtic Warrior, Sheamus. Sheamus, a two-time WWE World Champion. In fact, he was our inaugural WWE World Champion at the very start of our universe. His opponent, a double champ. And while this is a non-title match, these are two singles titles here in the WWE that you know Sheamus would love to get his hands on. Bron Breakker, the WWE Intercontinental Champion. And after In Your House, now the WWE United States Champion. He came out last week and let the open mic universe know, whether you like it or you don't, he's just getting started. And he's going to look to make this year the year of the badass. And he is starting off on the right foot. This one's underway, and Breakker taking Sheamus off his feet. When you're in there with somebody like Sheamus, not only a big opponent, but also a very wise veteran, somebody who has been through the wars, you want to try to get him off his feet as early and often as you can. Look to try to keep him there, and we see here Sheamus now with a shoulder tackle off that middle turnbuckle, goes for a cover. Only gets a 1 before Breakker able to get his shoulder up. And again, while this is a non-title match, a good showing here for Sheamus could put him in the discussion for potentially an Intercontinental title shot or a United States title shot. Breakker with a double axe handle off the top rope. Sheamus now back to his feet and eating some chops from the badass. Breakker now taking Sheamus into the corner. Breakker with a running start, connects with the clothesline in the corner. And now effortlessly picking up Sheamus and throwing him across the ring. Breakker lowering the straps. Sheamus out back in, Breakker out back in. Sheamus with a takedown, goes for a pin attempt. Breakker reverses it. Sheamus with a reversal. And no one gets a count of 3. Breakker with a spear out of nowhere. Goes for the cover. And Bron Breakker very quickly puts an end to this one. Hits the spear and comes away with the victory. Thanks so much for watching. If you're not already subscribed, be sure to spear that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of the action leading into Money in the Bank. We will see you next time from WCW Nitro.